Hey everyone, quick video today on this. This is just a suspension kit that I've made for a number of vehicles. There's some slight differences between what you see here and what you may have ordered, but what I want to focus on is what you're getting and why it's like this. This ring that you see here is only there to hold the whole cluster together. The problem with the 3D printing process through Shapeways is that these are printed in a giant batch. And what happens is the parts can get mixed up, the sprues can be broken, and things can get lost. So the last thing that I want is to have you order a part and have it be missing something, because that's just flat out annoying. So what we've got here is this these arms being captured by the ring that you see here. The ring is 3D printed, and it's kind of looking like the ring has bonded to those uprights. We'll get to that in a minute, and that's primarily why I made this video. The ring holds all of this stuff together. It's a very thin bar. It's only 2 millimeters by 2 millimeters, but it's very durable, and what it's going to do is keep all the pieces contained, but more importantly, it will also allow the dyeing process to be more thorough. More on that in a second. Right now, I want to just kind of mention this bar here. So what I said earlier is that the bar does help keep everything together. Unfortunately, it seems to have come into too close a proximity to these uprights. So as you can see, I'm trying to move them around and there really isn't any movement. We'll see how to free these, and first let's go ahead and break the ring. So just tug on it and it will break apart. You'll find some resistance as the material is quite durable, but when it comes to something so small, it will break pretty simply when you apply enough pressure. Okay, so these are the two front A-arms. Let's move those aside. And in this case, you have this central pivot. If you ordered one of the suspension kits for the Hornet, you're going to have a couple extra pieces, so just go ahead and ignore this for the time being. As you can see, these two pieces have stayed together throughout this process of trying to separate them. And most of my uprights, at least as of this time here, there is a left and a right. They're quite similar, but there is a left and a right. So just note that they aren't universal. All right, let's try and focus on how to rip these things off of that shaft. So we've got the uprights here, and you can see the shaft kind of holding the two of them together here. And as I kind of pull on them, you did see that the right one moved just slightly. What I want to do is focus on trying to actually extract this. Now, it may feel as if it is bonded permanently, but again, it is not. So it just takes a little bit of pulling on this little extremity here with the pliers, and it'll slide right out. So I'm going to grab that tightly and just pull on this upright just a little bit, and you can see it's slowly starting to move. We'll talk about the color gradient in a second. All right, so that's out. Later, that hole we're going to have to drill out anyway to make sure that it's nice and properly dimensioned, so we're not going to be too concerned with powder in there. The same thing is going to happen with this side here. Grab the shaft very carefully here and take the upright and just apply a light amount of pressure, and you have to slowly add some. Don't go crazy with it. Just pull on it and slowly it'll slide straight off. And there we have it. This one actually popped out pretty quickly. Looking at this piece that has come out, we can see why I did this in the first place. Colors that you may order are dyed afterwards. So if you order black or blue or pink or whatever color you want, you're going to dye it afterwards, and any area where the sprue would be attached is going to get this weird discoloration. Having this ring prevents that. So all of your suspension components, instead of having any kind of white like we see here, are going to be their solid color. And that's all there is to it. If you do have any questions, please reach out to me and I'll do my best to get back to you in a timely fashion. Just take your time on trying to remove the ring from those uprights. It will come out. If the shaft does break off, don't worry. You can always just push a 3mm screw straight through it and you will get it out. Thank you so much. Please subscribe. You can also follow me on YouTube, as well as Instagram and Facebook. I'm Ampro Engineering on all of them. Thank you again, and we will see you next time.